Happy Friday, everyone. Welcome to ATI Pro Media. We made it. Action packed week. Think about where we started Sunday night with that pro farmer news coming out and that really bearish bean number. Who had beans would be 50 cents off the low on their bingo card? Not this guy, but we got up early. We started texting people and writing people and saying, we need to sell beans. Harvest is happening. Harvest is going to happen. We're going to have a great bean crop. Is it going to be a record? Time will tell. It's up to Mother Nature. She's large and in charge. Markets were on fire this morning. Some professional traders are really caught short. There was a little bit of pain. Hit some buy stops this morning in the bean market around 7 o'clock. Things have since changed. Let's take it to LaSalle Street. I'll be reading it off my phone here as we move throughout the day. See if those markets are still up. I know they've been volatile here. All right, Board of Trade corn here, only up a penny. Board of Trade wheat up 1. Looking at soybeans up 2. They were up 15 cents. The high in beans today, 10.07 and 3/4. Told my clients yesterday, hey, get ready to sell $10 beans. Woke up this morning. I'm like, we're there. Folks, you got to have those offers in at the elevator. It's a lot easier to sell 10.05 beans at the elevator if you got an offer in to sell 10.05 beans. All right, let's take it to LaSalle Street or Wall Street here because having a hard time finding everything. Shocker, stock market up again. Dow up 40, S&P up 33, NASDAQ up 200. Seeing gold down 12, silver down 30. Some volatility in the outside market. Bond market's relatively calm. Let's check on natural gas. It's a great indicator if it's going to be hot outside. Natural gas down 20 at trading 21. I forgot to quote the meats, but that's okay. We got B Huck ready after we talk a little bit. Connor and I are going to talk a little bit about grains, exports. Might talk a little bit about the yield curve. 2s and 10s are colliding. That's a total Wall Street trade. If you don't understand that, maybe I could do a premium about that next week. Let's bring him in. Connor B, looking like a tight show. I just found out I'm getting kicked out of the trailer park here at the KOA, Connor.
Oh no, you getting
Not
a
the
little too
first time
rowdy,
I've been
Tommy?
kicked out of the trailer park. Well,
You've got the Toby Keith blaring a little bit too loud, right? Should have been
I
a
mean, the people
cowboy.
come by in their golf cart and they're like, "You got to be out tomorrow by noon." And Gina made the phone call. She said, "I got bad news. We're getting kicked out of the trailer park," which is fine. By far, one of the nicest campgrounds I've ever camped at. People are nice, just wonderful people all the way around. Really enjoying being down here. A much more affordable way to see Nashville. Hey, speaking of affordable, looks like our clients have a little bit more money in their hand as this bean market continues to rally. And I've talked to some professional traders. They are caught short beans because you could hear it in their voice. We shouldn't be up here. The very thing the professional trader's saying as we rally is the exact same thing the farmer says when we break. We shouldn't be down here. It's funny how whenever someone gets it wrong, it's we shouldn't. Hey, listen, there's a bid, there's an ask. You can buy and sell thousands of these futures and options. This is exactly where the market wants to be at 9:05 this morning. What are your thoughts, Connor B?
Yeah, interesting price action, right? We saw beans are about 10, what are we? About 10, 13 cents off the high right
Yeah,
now, just
they're
up
not
a
up much.
penny. So a good night trade. We saw the market open and we're seeing that sell off. I think we still got some farmer longs we need to shake out. But overall on the week, a good rally in soybeans. I think we'll take it. And I don't think it's a rally that we should sit by. We were talking about some premium content for today. And I think we should talk about that, right? It's still, I'm beating the same drum I've been beating, Tommy, but I think we should take advantage of this rally in some way, shape, or form. And so we'll take it. Good to see. It'd be nice to see a positive close going into Friday. Right? To me, it's on the backs of the story. As you said, Pro Farmer came out with a big B number, but then what we're seeing is we're seeing some good export, good flash sales. And then also, right, the market's going to price in some uncertainty. We don't know how much bean acres are going to go in South America. A lot of headlines there of Argentina. I'm sorry, Argentina is going to plant more bean acres. It was Brazil looking at reducing their bean acres number. So that uncertainty, it's good to see. And with that, we got another flash sale, Tommy.
Let's bring it in. Welcome to the show.
132,000 metric tons of soybeans delivery to China. 24-25 marketing year, 100,000 metric tons soybean cake and meal for delivery to Colombia during 24-25. Another idea I just thought of this one, Tommy, for a premium is we need to get one of our great guys on research to look at this export program. It's good to see these flash sales. It's good to see the exports. it's not necessarily out of season, right? We're typically the market right now, if you're looking at soybean exports, we'll take it, but there's still room to go up too when we're looking at the 24 marketing year in terms of exports, right? We could really see, we need to see a big ramp up. Maybe we could catch up to previous years of China buying or just exports in general.
Yep. Another premium thing we'll talk about is working with Kurt Struber and Nathan Mangold. Really want to talk about space. We have a great idea of how much old crop is left. How much on-farm storage is there? Where's this crop going to go? And with interest rates still elevated, although we said the 2s and 10s are the same, interest rates, that just means the 2s came down to the 10s. Interest rates are still elevated. So even if we have a few cuts, we're going to go into another year of high elevated operating, high fertilizer costs next year, relatively low markets. I've talked to clients who I don't always hear from them every day or week. They're like, I am selling 100% of my beans. I'm going to buy that call option. I'm going to move on. I have to pay the bank some money. So maybe they'll store their wheat. Maybe they'll store their corn. But we're getting huge carries now, or attractive carries.
Mhm.
Then you got to do the mathematics behind that. So we really need to digest space. And I think the way Advanced Trading Corporate looks at it is like east of the river, west of the river. There's different zones on the river. Keep an eye on that water level on the Mississippi River, my friend.
Yep, absolutely. And I think it's a good, you say it really, really well. Are you giving 8 or are you taking 4? Right.
That's what we're, it used to be 9 and 5. Now it's 8 and 4. Are
Right.
you want to pay 8% or you want to get 4?
Yeah.
I almost have to take my shoes off. That's we're at a difference of 12. Okay.
Yeah.
And I heard in the old days, people used to say, XYZ business won't let any of their companies or divisions run without a 9% profit, right? And the fact you could be paying 9% to do business, or you could be earning 5%, boy, that allows you a lot of upside to buy calls or futures. I'm not against buying futures. We've had clients come in and say, hey, I want to buy some futures. I still want to own, if beans go up $1, I want to own 10,000 bushels for that $1. Well, the cleanest way to do it is futures. Unfortunately, it has margin call risk. And if we sink really hard, you didn't manage the risk, you just transferred the risk, right? And we could talk more about that. Speaking of futures and options, so boy, got some people starting to look at putting offers in 450 corn in May. I know it feels off, but we rally a nickel a day for 5-10 days. All of a sudden, you're getting hit and you're catching that carry. Watched a YouTube video from a friend. He's actually a client, and he talked about, will bins pay? But the one part he didn't talk about was selling the carry. He just made it sound like, hey, you put your grain in a bin, and then you look 6 months later, did the bin pay through basis appreciation? He didn't talk about selling the futures. And you're gonna make or lose on those futures, whether you actually trade the futures or you trade the cash grain. Your money is going to move the same. It's just the maturity level that you are in grain marketing to deal with it. A lot of losses out on the street are in the farmer's hands, not in the futures account. Back to you. Sorry, I went a little long there.
No, you're good. You're good. That wasn't long at all, Tommy. I've seen you go a lot longer.
Well, thank you.
And so it's important. I like looking at the price.
Brady Huck, welcome to the show. He's down there. He's clapping.
Look, you're looking at the price targets for May. It's important to that. But then also, right? We had a coworker send us their chop and silage west side of the state. It was a big yield, Tommy. And so here's the key thing: is we want to look at price targets. Keep that in mind, but also let's make sure we're looking at overall revenue instead of price targets, right? What makes sense for our farm, right? If we've done nothing into this point, I don't know if doing nothing for the next 30 days and waiting for that price target is the right decision either. So keep that in mind, right? And we'll see where this goes.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, real quick before Brady comes in, I want to talk about premium. You guys did a great show yesterday. That's deep dive into crop insurance on the soybean side. This was a follow-up from a premium subscriber. You guys did corn the day before. Folks, if you're just signing up for ATI Pro Media Premium, it's $30 a month, $1 a day. If you've ever missed a video or seen us talk about a video, hit us up, info@ATI Pro Media. We can get that video out to you. Of course, go to the website, www.atipromedia.com. Click and subscribe. You can cancel after 30 days if you're not enjoying it. I think we give $1 a day's worth of stuff. I do know this, the text we sent out farmers, like it's fun yesterday when you say, if we hit $10 on Friday, be ready to sell. It's fun to wake up at 5:50 this morning and at 6 o'clock be banging out text saying we're at 10:05. Call and not only for ATI Pro Media subscribers, but our own subscribers. Hey, get ready to sell. We've had a 50-cent rally on a 54, 55 bushel pro farmer number. This is a huge, big deal. This shows you that even if someone gave you the information, markets have a mind of their own. The farmers caught long, the professional traders are caught short. The professional trader puked a little bit. It's the end of the month. Look for a little volatility coming the end of the month. We've also gone through that first notice period in SEP. I did have a question for Kurt Struber and Nate, and Kurt had an interesting way of answering it, and we could talk about that on Monday. But I asked, when officially will Corn and Beans have a birthday party? And he had a very interesting way of explaining it. We could talk about that on Monday. Premium subscribers, we'd love to have you. Regular clients, we'd love to have you. Lots of people signing up for new accounts, and that's it's good and bad. It's like the analogy I'd like to use. It's like New Year's Day, and everyone wants to work out again. But we got a lot of work to do to get you moved straight, right? Everyone
good point.
Everyone wants straight teeth. No one wants to wear braces for 3 years. All right, we'll go with that. Brady Hunt.
I love that. I'm gonna start doing pencil marks for your analogies, Tommy. We're gonna keep a record. If there's 5 analogies, you got to give away a flag or something like that.
I love you all. I'm getting kicked out of the trailer park. You and Brady finish up strong. You don't need my goofy act in here. I'm out. All right, mic drop. You guys kick butt. Questions, comments. Mr. Rick said Monday is Labor Day. Yep. Okay, to everyone in labor.
Markets close Monday. We forgot to talk about that. It kind of snuck up on us.
I'm out. I need a coffee.
Get out of here. Get on.
Trailer Trash checking out. Everyone have a great weekend. Click like and subscribe. These boys will finish up. See you guys.
Yep. Let's make sure. I'm going to wait till he gets out to say this. Let's make sure Gina, I think Gina backs up the RV, so let's make sure they stay safe, and Tommy directs her.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Clean up your campsite, Tommy. Make sure you're cleaning up your campsite when you leave there. So,
well, good stuff. We got a few questions, few things to talk about. Do you want to give us a quick cattle update?
Yeah. Definitely need to. So choice cutouts rolled over a little bit here versus last week. It had a good bump yesterday, up $1 yesterday, but we're $7 lower versus a week ago. Going into this Labor Day holiday, cash trade for live cattle has been called a little weaker, but very limited cash trade so far. We wait till the end of the week to get that done. But there's a lot of questions about how much the packer needs to buy this week and going forward. Just because of, how much do they have deferred purchased on the books already? And so how aggressive do they need to be? But we're kind of getting into the end of steak season and got tailgates and big football weekend ahead. That's great for, grilling and burger stuff. But we, kind of the tail end of the steak season, the beef demand. Grains, cattle, etc. My closing comment on cattle and grains, it kind of ties into grains too a little bit, Connor, is avoid the herd mentality, which is funny when you talk about cattle. Avoid herd mentality. Don't sell it all at the same. Don't think all the same. Don't wait for when everybody's making those cash marketing decisions, whether they're bringing the calves to town in October, November, weaning them off the cows, or whether it's the combine. And we got to make sales decisions at the same time to either avoid a tax or pay a tax, yada, yada. So just avoid that herd mentality.
I always heard it, a good saying is always, hey, the market is not a team player. It's not its friend, right? If everyone's going left, market's got a funny way of going right. But anyway, any other points we'll talk about? We did have a question I think it was yesterday's show, maybe 2 days ago. And I think it was a great question from Wade. I'm going to read it and we should talk about it.
Okay, yeah.
Wade said, love your show. Thank you, Wade. Dedicated listener. Always like you guys have to say. You guys keep mentioning HTAs. But why would anyone want an HTA? Basis is going to continue to get wider with this large crop. Ours widened out the first day. Michigan had its own crop tour, went out 10 cents wider for December timeframe. Wondering what your thoughts were on that. Excellent question, Wade, and a great point, and nothing I disagree with. Basis, if we've got big crop, basis is getting wider. When I look at HTAs, it's going to be to cover bin bushel. So an HTA, right, we're selling futures. We're essentially getting hedged. We're locking in a a floor. And then if we want to adjust that HTA out, capture carry, we still have the flexibility to do that. So that's when I look at HTAs. If we know grains delivered this fall, we're probably not doing an HTA, right? It could be region specific, but we're probably looking and locking in that basis. And so it's just a different mentality, right? HTAs keep that flexibility. We can capture carry if it's out there, right? To me, I'd look at a March HTA ability to roll if we wanted to, or ability to set basis once we get out of harvest. So that's when I'm talking HTA, that's kind of my thinking. I hope that helped give a little color.
I think that's spot on answer, Connor. Agree 100%. Yep. Got to be careful. The cash basis tendency, kind of that herd mentality a little bit too here with fall sales. Everybody's got to sell. You got to HTA on. You want to be stuck in that here in November, December if you can't roll it out. So I like that answer. Thanks for the question, Wade.
Yeah. Agbull, he jumps off and he's commenting. He can't stay away. They pull him back in. Next target order, $10 hit on soybeans. Right now, no soybeans up 996. So not a bad target, Tommy. Good point.
Yep.
So
great time to be actionable. This is that time frame where you fall asleep on these little bounces, and sometimes these little bounces can be your best friends to get. You kind of get conditioned that I need a flat price number like $10.50 or $10.75, $11. But a 50-cent rally is a 50-cent rally at the end of the day. Great time to go out and do something.
Yep. Luke, round trip in August for November beans. Weather rally is welcome. Better late than never. Luke, I hope you're not saying you had soybeans make a round trip, but I think that's what you're saying. So yeah, take advantage of it. Maybe there's, I don't know what basis is doing in the Carolinas, but hopefully you can take advantage of it and start thinking of the 24 crop.
Yeah, there's a great way to be bullish the market, but just be bullish in the smart way, right?
Yeah.
Selling the cash, owning calls, that type of deal.
I got a question for you, Brady, just related to Luke's comment. He says it's a weather rally. Do you think beans are up 50 cents because of this hot dryness, or is it a litany of factors, multiple factors?
That's a good comment, Connor. Yeah, we always want to identify it down to one or two things that are lifting the market, and yeah, it could be multiple. I think the weather helps a little bit. The hot, dry finishing, some concerns there, but yeah,
it's almost always multiple factors. If we're, there's multiple things influencing the factor. So it's hot and dry, right? Question 2, can this soybean crop finish, right? USDA and Pro Farmers got a lofty target, right? We need good soybeans across the Midwest. Is this weather, going to be able to get that soybean crop to finish? Then export sales have been good, right? That's the hope as we start seeing some good exports, good flash sales. And then number 3, I mention all the time, is we're going to start just debating, right, the soybean planting progress in South America and Argentina. What's that crop look like? What's their conditions? And the market's going to trade in that uncertainty. Remember, I don't have the number in front of me, but the United States is not the number one soybean producer, and we haven't been for probably, don't quote me on this, but I think it's been close to 10 years that we've been overtaken, right? The biggest soybean crop in the world is getting planted in the next couple months. And so that is definitely going to weigh on the market and see how that crop finishes.
Good points, Connor. Good point.
Yeah. So, well, with that, I don't know. Do we have anything else you want to talk about? I think we'll go ahead and wrap it up, right? We covered it. Premium tune in, right? We're going to talk a little bit, probably focus on some soybean hedging, but I think just a little bit, just some harvest sales, what we can do. I think that's going to be the premium topic. It sounds, if that works for you, Brady.
Yeah, I like it. Yep. Well, Tommy G and Gina get packed up and kicked out of the campsite. We'll film some premium, get it out to you guys, and y'all enjoy some football over the weekend. It's good to see that back on the TVs, and safe travels if you're going to games. And 3-day weekends are always kind of interesting when they open up the next, on the third day. So we'll see where we're at Monday night.
Yep. Well, everyone have a great weekend. We'll see you all Tuesday. See ya.
Thanks for joining us. We're here every day, 9 a.m. Central. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.